and the spell effect IDs. Yeah, that I give you, it'll tell you what it is, like bound maces. That's what that right there, or like bound boots. How about that? Bound boots, Babo. Yeah, that would be right here if that's what you enchanted it with or whatever. That's just an example. So if it was Drain Magicka DRSP, that'd be right here and or right here and right there. But it's not. Mine's Foss. But like I said, it's Fortify Magicka. Fortify Magicka, like I said. Okay. So, anyways, the magnitude's the 4 decimals after it. So that's what you're gonna modify, hopefully. And you read this backwards too. Like, okay, in this program, there's a base converter. This is really nice for figuring out your values. Like I said, it's really nice for figuring out your values. So you have to read it backwards to put it in base converter. Because like I said, PC and Xbox are different how they read things. So, like, I'm gonna read this backwards. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 18. That's 24. That's how much is modified on it. Modify Magicka 24. Alright, so that's it. So now if you wanted like 5 million, or no, 500,000. I like that number better. 500, 1, 2, 3. Okay, right there. That's the hex value for yeah, sorry, that's the hex value for 500,000. Let's see, yeah, 500,000. So, you have to read this backwards. That's the only thing that's just weird that people get confused about. You have to read it backwards. So, I'm going to make this modify Magicka 500,000. 500,000. Yeah, 500,000. So, I'm going to read it backwards, and I'm modifying the left side again. So, and let me recap. The reason I'm doing this is there's no defined way that I know of, or I don't think there is, that you can just straight modify your Magicka or straight modify your health. You kind of have to glitch to do it. Like you can't go in here and put, bam, I have 300 million Magicka. That's how much it's set. No, you just can't do that. You have to modify something and then glitch it onto you pretty much. So that's what I'm doing right now. That's why we're doing this. So here. So I'm gonna read this backwards. 20 A1 0700. Alright, so again, we just ID swap. That's how easy it is. Some people just get confused on it. You use it for various things, a lot of things. So we're done. That's all you have to do. That we just modified the magnitude of it to 500,000. So it's gonna say Fortify Magicka 500,000. So now that we're done with that, file, save, or Control S, and I just do this to be safe. Make a backup file. And we're done with that. So, you're done with base converter 2. So, that was the last step pretty much. Now, all you need to do is the first step backwards. You have to put it back on your hard drive. So, the way you do that is you go to Export. Okay, well, I kind of really have no idea where we were at in the tutorial, but I think we left, like, I had to leave for baseball practice, but I think we were at, we had to get the save back on the hard drive. This is pretty simple. You just use Export, like I was doing earlier. Open Export. Okay, found my hard drive. Simple. Like I said, partition 3, content. So I'm not gonna let you see my awesome profile ID. Sorry, just being safe. Alright, so as you can see, alright, yeah. So we just go back to Oblivion, 00001, whatever. You find the save, and here's a very important part. Do not just like drag and drop it, okay? That's bad. It will overwrite the file. It won't delete it really. Like it won't. Just say it's bad. All right. there's possibilities of corrupting the file, or bad things will happen. Just like it's kind of really hard to explain, but just go with, you have to delete your save, the save that you that you modified. All right. So 695. I right click, delete. It's gone. 695 is gone, and mine's on my desktop. Drag and drop right here. As you can see, it copied somewhere. 695, and then we're done. Like that's it. So now I'm gonna go back over to the Xbox, and we're gonna see. Ooh, almost forgot. That was close. That was really close. All right, so let's rewind this. I'm gonna delete this because kind of went wrong there. Kind of told you a little wrong. All right, before you put it back on that Xbox, make sure you rehash and resign, rehash, whatever, vice versa. I'll show you here in a second. So here, I'm gonna find my rehash resigner. The one that I prefer, this is personal preference, is Modio. Love it. It's probably one of the best in my opinion. It does a lot of things. All right, so um, that's what I prefer because it's super easy. You're gonna see it's really nice. You should definitely get it. I recommend it at least because you can save your profile. Like I'll show you if it loads up sometime. It's a great program, so I'll wait for it to load. Or it could just be super homo and not load. That's just, yeah, we're just gonna close that. I'm gonna try this again. Eventually it will work, I promise. So I'll just pause it until then because I don't know how long this is gonna take. I never did this before. All right, hey, look what I was saying. It did load up. Good. All right, so like I was saying, Modio, super good. All right, so I'm gonna show you something here. First, I'm gonna move the camera because it's gonna show my profile ID. Kind of don't want that. Yeah, well, I'll try to move the camera. Alright, so right now all I'm doing is dragging and dropping. Alright, so here you go. So you'll get something like this when you do it, if you use this program. You'll get something like this with your profile ID, whatever, you know. And you'll get your device ID, and this is what I didn't want you guys to see, so here, how about that? Null ID, so just say this was your ID. Obviously it's not. All you have to do is hit rehash and resign. That's all you got to do, and bam, you're done. You put it back on your hard drive. That's all. But the thing I like about this is like you can get the file content. I'll make another tutorial, but you can mod your stats like 20 times easier and mod spells and whatnot. I'll make it if requested, but it's pretty nice because you can get the file content out. You can load this straight from the device. Like you don't even have to use Xport or anything, but I prefer it obviously. You can inject image info.